Hey guys, it's me, BUUUUUUT Papa, and this is week 3 of my 10x challenge. And I gotta say, it's not going as well as I hoped. Mainly, it's my own fault. I am crazy busy. I'm running a business. I'm about to launch a course called Everything You Need to Know About Cryptocurrency Taxes. You're going to be watching this later on after the course is already available through the Better Traders, which you can check it out here. But I also have lots of personal stuff going on. I'm trying to take care of lots of administrative tasks for my family. So if you want a real life example of what it's like to be an AB trader, you're looking at it. So if you think that you're busy, I am like 10 times busier. Okay, so super time poor right now. I want to be completely transparent with you and honest about how things are going because I want it to be a fair reflection of how it is being an AB trader. So here is the not so good news. After 3 weeks of this, I'm up 57% on my account. Now hold on. If you've been watching any of my courses from thebettertraders.com, you'll know one of my trading rules is I'll be satisfied with any amount of profit. Now that's true. I am satisfied with the amount of profit that I've made so far. It's great. And it's proving that you can make money with AB trading. Now it's not as fast as I want it to be. And that has to do with time. I get this question a lot. How much money can I make with AB trading? Well, it depends on not how much money you have, but how much time you have. Time is the number one resource that there's just not enough of. But if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of time, rather not a lot of time doing lots of other important things, if you just have lots of free time, wow, good on you. But if you are wanting to learn how to trade and to grow your small account into a bigger one, and you have time, when I say time, I mean you have like a couple hours a day, and it doesn't even have to be like hours straight on the computer. It's just checking in every once in a while, and you're a great fit for AB trading. So my 57% gain over the last 3 weeks, it's good. But remember, my goal is to reach 1,000%. Woo! So I am far below the mark of my target. So that's why I'm feeling a little bit frustrated. I've also been so busy with everything going on that I've missed out on lots of opportunities. A lot of the charts that I selected earlier on when I launched this challenge for myself for March, I just missed out on so many great volatile moves that are happening, and just I could have made so much more if this is the only thing I was focusing on. But because I have a life and everything else, I missed out on a lot. But it's okay. And the reason why I know it's okay is because there will always be another fill in the blank at the end. There will always be another bull cycle. There will always be another bear cycle. There will always be another pump. There will always be another fat finger. There will always be another coin listing. There will always be another delisting event. All this to say that if you feel like you're missing out on something that's happening right now in the market and you're kicking yourself because you knew you could have, no, don't do it. No shoulda, woulda, coulda. No, if you've missed out, that's okay, because there's always going to be another opportunity to participate in the market. Crypto doesn't sleep 24/7, people, but we do. So let me walk you through a couple of things that I am working with right now in my charts and in my AB progress so far. So let's check out the screen. So here are my profits so far. There aren't as many as I'd really like to see, and some of them are smaller than I was hoping to. The reason why some of the profits are smaller is because I'm trading on charts that have low liquidity. So even though the price may come to my take profit, it's actually not going to close it because I have to wait for there to be enough people buying at that price in order for it to close in profit. So I feel you all using smaller accounts. It's hard, but don't give up. I've had lots of trades this past week that I was watching it and going like, man, like is this really going to close in profit? And lo and behold, it does. There are times when you're going to feel like it's not going to work out and you're feeling impatient. And you just want to cut it and just get out. Stick to your trading plan. Again, that's another trading rule that we have in the Better Traders Journal, which is over here in my lovely bookshelf, which is growing week by week, apparently. And so is my plant. It's a live plant, it is. But stick to your trading plan, especially for AB trading. So I've had lots of good profits. As you can see, there are some good ones in here, but again, not as many as I want. So the good news is that I'm up 57%, like I said. The bad news is that it was bound to happen. One of the charts that I was trading, I've got my buy order filled, but it didn't go high enough to take profit. And now I'm in a bit of a pickle. I'm in a loss that I haven't closed yet. And now I'm going to walk through what I'm going to do next. I haven't done anything yet because I was waiting for this video for me to film in order to show you what I would do next with this. So after that, I'm also going to show you one of the charts that I'm in trading. And this one is interesting because it has a lot of action going up. So I want to give you some information or some tips. Tips would be a better way to say it, about how to trade these charts that are in an uptrend, especially right now when we're in this bull cycle. And for A/B trading, you can make a lot more with these charts. But remember, low liquidity means high risk. So just keep that in mind. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So here it is. GOM2 is now down 24%. Why does it say 31% here, but 24% here? Well, that's because I added an additional buy order. My initial order was too small. It didn't get filled all the way. And if it had, I'll show you the chart over here on TradingView. My initial order was right here at 26.66, right about here. This is where I was hoping to get filled. And I did 26.66. It is literally the price where it fell down to 26.67 and then 26.84. So it just wicked into it, or here it was. So there wasn't enough volume to fill my order completely here. If I had followed my lines and just put 26.95, I would have had a very nice pump of almost 100%, actually over 100%. Stings a little bit. Notice all this action. I'm here on the 5-minute chart. I'm going to go to the 1-minute chart just to show you how ridiculous this is. Where if I was awake, yeah, I was awake, but I was busy at 7. But all this action right here, I mean, this is just too good, too easy. Look at that. That's an easy 20%. All this stuff. I missed out on all of this. Why? Kids. Putting kids to bed. So I missed out on the market. So I decided, based on what I saw, that I would place an order here at 2666. And that's where the rest of my funds got filled, I believe. Let me go back here and check. Or no, 2761. This is the bigger order that I used $70 of this $75 order. So right about here is where I was hoping to get filled, where it did. So there we go, right here. This is where I saw it. So I was hoping to sell up here at 32. Where am I? Here we go. So what happened was my take profit was too high before. And I had my take profit up here because I thought it would just do another pump. I missed out on this and now missed out on it again. And boom, this happens, which is unfortunate because look where this fat finger fell. It happened when I was asleep. I wouldn't have been able to catch this, but look where it happened, right on this line. That would have been a nice 37% if I had planned and I had known that my order filled and I was awake and paying attention. So here's the not fun part. Now it did it again. Doesn't that sting? So I'm in a position now where I now have a majority of my buy. So my buy is now cumulatively at 27.49, which is up here, basically here. So that's why I'm at this loss of a 30% loss. Now I'm not in a loss yet. I'm not in a loss yet because I haven't sold. If I do sell, that's going to put a huge dent in my progress so far. And this is putting me in a big pickle. And I hate, well, actually I love pickles, but I hate pickles like this. If I were to sell now at, take that loss of $24, then I have to make it up somehow. I have to use that reduced size. So it would be $51, basically back to zero gains on this specific chart. So with that $50, if I were to put that $50 in here and make 30%, that would make 15. I would have to do this a couple of times. That would make it 65. Then I'd make another 30% if it happens to do it again. So 30% of 65, thinking off the top of my head, is $18. So then that would put me at 73, just below where I am now. And that's if this happens. So what do I do? That was a great question. One thing I noticed as well with this chart specifically is that I was focusing so much on the 1-minute time frame that I missed out on the overall picture. And sometimes it's really important to check out the overall picture. And if I had checked the overall picture, I would have seen that I had this nice big line here that I shoulda, woulda, coulda put some buys on. So what do I do? Now I'm looking at this and I'm gonna do a little bit of drawing. I want to know what could happen next. Where could the price go next? So far, to me, it looks like it's going to go back up. Why do I think that? Well, because the nature of this chart right now, doing a little bit of this, and it goes up, 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 down. I think it's going to go back up again. So I have two options right now. Assuming this chart continues just like this. One option is to do nothing, to sit on my hands and wait. I'm waiting to take profit at 32.89. It is right about here. No, I think it is right on this line. I might have to wait a long time. So there's that option of just waiting and not closing out in a loss and just focusing the rest of my funds somewhere else because I have 82 USDT available. I could put that 82 USDT to work somewhere else, or I can close out. I have a lot of options to choose from, but there's one I'm definitely not going to choose, and that is putting more into this one trade. That would be really risky. While it could help me to average down my buy price, don't want to risk that. I would rather put my funds somewhere else, put them to work, and work on another chart. And there's a lot of other action happening. So if you're presented with a situation like this where you're just waiting, you have two options: close in a loss, wait. That's it. So I'm going to actually close in a loss because I want to take advantage of the price action that's going to happen next with GOM2. Then I'm going to show you another chart that I'm looking at trading. And this one's really interesting, like I mentioned before, because it's in a really strong uptrend and it's making some volatile moves. So let's check it out. This is the Band-Aid moment. So it looks like it's going to move up. That's fine. I want to try to take advantage of catching this price action here to at least get 30%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an order in at 1829 first, because again, this is a very illiquid chart. I want to make sure I can take advantage of this price action first. So I want to put in my limit order first. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to actually move my take profit down to where I want to sell. This is going to seem weird, but I'm going to sell at 1948, or it's saying I have to make it higher than 1957. So I'm going to do 57 to appease the order book, and I'm going to use a limit order. That way I'm going to make sure that I sell everything that I have at this specific price. If I were to use a market order, it would cause, probably not as drastic as one of these, but it would cause a fat finger. And I don't want to do that, because I want to make sure that I get out of this trade with as little slippage and bleed as possible. So now I have to wait for this to do its thing. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to go ahead and set up my order for the next trade. So I want to set it up to buy at 1821, changing my numbers. I know, bear with me. This is my show. I can do what I want. And I'm going to sell it here at 2151. Again, my show. Make it 20. Then we'll do 60% here. And then I'm going to do 30% at 40. Then I'm going to set this to 2. There we go. 1821 looks good. Confirm. Now I realize that I'm setting this up before this other deal closes, but I'm expecting this other one to close not quick, but soon, sooner than this deal is going to fill. So while I'm waiting for this to happen, now I'm going to head back over to TradingView to look for another chart. And the chart I want to show you is JAR. This is one that was in the watch list. There's no mystery about this one. And it happens to be mooning. This one I've been trading a lot and it's been doing well. So what I want to do now is I want to add some more lines to it. So that way I have a better idea of price action and what could be happening next and where the price could move next. I'm eyeing things pretty quick because this is how I roll. And it's the best way that I've noticed. I mean, everything you see over here, this has all been eyeing it. There's no calculations that I'm doing to say like, oh, this is the best price possible. You just kind of draw the lines. You're eyeing it. If you want to know more, check out the Account Builders course. You will not regret it. So what do I do now? This chart is moving up in a strong uptrend. It's been pumped a little bit, but one thing about this chart, if you'll notice, it actually didn't get an exhaustion wick yet. These are some pretty nice candles right here, like 9% candles. Right here, it's showing some resistance. So I'm going to put my buy right about here at 12,660, and I'm going to try to take 11% off of that. So I'm going to use the measurement tool by holding shift, clicking and dragging up. I'm going to get 11%. So 12269, this is JAR. So I'm going to go over here to JAR. This one is going to have 80 once this thing sells over here. 12269. And I want to set my take profit at 11%. And because this thing is moving up higher, I'm actually going to take profit again at 146. So I'm going to do another 60-40 split. The reason I like to use the percentages, by the way, is that it gives me a number I would never have put in. It's so easy just to put 15, but that's a stupid thing to do. It's much smarter to do something like this where you can put in a percentage. By putting in percentages, it's going to give us an interesting number that we normally wouldn't have come up with. Let's see. I want something under 14783. 20% actually works really well. That works for me. And because that's 20%, I'm going to make my trailing take profit 2% of that because this is in an uptrend. So now I just have to wait for this guy to close. As soon as this closes, then I can go ahead, use the funds that are here that I'm waiting for, and then set up this trade to take advantage of this upward momentum that's happening right now on jar. There's a little bit of uncertainty about how I'm going to recover from this GOM2 chart, but if I stick to my plan, then I'm going to be just fine. So I really hope that I'll meet my target. I don't think I'm going to get 1000% in 2 weeks time, but I'm not going to stop. I want to make it to that 1000% mark. So I'm just going to keep going with these. I hope you guys find them beneficial. If you feel like I've rushed through things and you feel like, wait, like, how did you do that? Why did you choose these charts? Why are you drawing those lines? Don't worry, I got you. I am what they call a 3 commas ambassador, which means that I'm someone who knows 3 commas like the back of his hand. I've been using 3 commas since 2018, and I know it so well that I've come to the point now on my YouTube channel where there's just so much more information that's scattered and not connected. It's not linear. There's no progression. So I wanted to put things into a linear progression to help people of all ability levels learn how to trade using 3 commas platform. And I've done that through thebettertraders.com. This specific trading style, A/B trading, is great. And I talk about it both in the Account Builders course and also in 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom. They're 2 different courses and they're 2 different sets of videos. It's not the same videos in both. I'm talking about A/B trading specifically and going more in depth in Account Builders, whereas 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom has a section on A/B trading, but I don't give as many tips and I don't go as into depth in that course as I do in Account Builders. So if you're looking to grow a smaller account and you don't have a lot of money, Account Builders is where it's at. It's a great starting course to help you learn how to take advantage of these volatile cryptocurrency markets. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and share this playlist with other people that may have smaller accounts and you want to be able to help them and show them how someone is trading and making money trading on these crypto charts with low volume using A/B trading techniques. So until the next video, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.